from the station that is local for you. NBC4 at 6 starts now.
Temperatures in the 50s today. Good shopping weather. But there is a temperature drop on the way. Thanks for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Audrey Hassan. A Lancaster man is behind bars after officers say he shot someone in the head yesterday afternoon. Lancaster police tell us they answered a call around 5 yesterday afternoon and found an unnamed man with a single gunshot wound to the head. Their investigation led them to this man, 24-year-old Randy Cook Jr., in a nearby apartment. Ohio's minimum wage is about to go up. Starting January 1st, the rate will increase by 25 cents to $8.55 an hour. The increase also states employers must pay workers time and a half for more than 40 hours worked a week. The rise is due to a constitutional amendment passed in 2006 requiring the wage to raise each year by the rate of inflation. The number of drug overdose deaths in Ohio involving meth or other stimulants is soaring. That's according to a new study coming out of Ohio University. According to a statewide study led by Dr. Orman Hall, the number of Ohioans who died from overdoses involving these substances jumped from 9 in 2010 to 517 last year. Hall, the former head of the state's Addiction Services Agency, says that while opioids are more deadly, meth addiction in Ohio is increasingly dramatically. Still to come, how long will the federal government shutdown last? We're now on day 9. Hear from both sides of this budget battle next. And Ben?
Audrey, great to see some sun, but clouds are back and rain isn't too far away. We did get up to 40 degrees, so that's a few degrees above average. And temperatures now around the region have slipped back into the mid-30s. We'll talk about the timing of the rain for New Year's Eve and possibly a winter storm later in the week after the break.
But we want this guy to win. He is the very best, Audrey. We'll have much more coming up in sports in a few minutes live from Pasadena.
Thank you, Jared. Actually, I have a question for you. I mean, Buckeyes getting to experience a lot of these things that fans are. You've gotten to experience a lot. What's been your favorite so far this week?
The best thing that we saw so far was the attitude around this place. When you come to Pasadena, when you come to a Rose Bowl, the people here are affixed with smiles. They are so happy because look where they get to work every day. It is a beautiful place here. And when you come here as a visitor, it's like the process of osmosis. You sort of take it in yourself and you sort of buy into it. That's why every time I come out here, this is one of my absolute favorite places in America to visit. That place, it's just different. And that's the spirit you get when you come to Pasadena.
All right, Jared, we'll see you a little bit later on coming up in sports. Well, the best damn band in the land is capping off their 2018 Bi-Coastal Tour with a trip to Pasadena to march in the Rose Parade and entertain at the Rose Bowl halftime show. The Ohio State Marching Band left Ohio before the sun was even up this morning. NBC4's Elise Chingari has that story.
Well, another show of support for the fallen officer tonight. People attending the Westerville North basketball game wore blue.
Our Audrey Hassan was there, and she joins us with more on a really special night at that high school.
It was, you guys. You know, the surrounding communities continued to show support for Westerville. Even Whitehall's cheerleaders, look at this photo. They put a tribute, "Our hearts are with Westerville," as the Warriors blued out tonight's game. Westerville North basketball fans normally sport their wine and gold colors proud, but tonight,
students, faculty, administration, and staff at Westerville North have been wearing blue today in support of our beloved police officers and for their families.
It's just 6 days ago that I stood right inside this gym chatting with Officer Morelli at another boys basketball game, and he meant so much to us here in Westerville, specifically at Westerville North.
And to show their support, the students have written heartfelt messages to the officers and their families, and the athletic department is selling T-shirts. All funds raised going to the Westerville Police Department.
Amongst this tragedy, we just want to show that this community is behind our officers and will never stop being behind our officers.
Fans cheered to honor the brothers of the fallen officers present at tonight's game.
The loss that they see and they feel, I feel like tonight here, what they're going to do with just representing the police is something that my kids needed to see.
The Warriors rallied in light of the tragedy to win the game 102-74. A special night as a community begins to heal. Westerville North's athletic director also told me Officer Morelli always had a smile on his face at football games, basketball games, and was genuinely interested in building relationships with the students. Mike?